How we doing, YouTube? Steve here, April 4th. Why did the stock market collapse yesterday and today? You're going to hear a lot of people say, that's old Tinsel, the horse, right there. She knows why the stock market fell. She's just a horse, and she knows. Why did that market fall out of bed like it did over the last 2 days? Of course, people are going to say it's Trump's tariffs. Got to be the tariffs. And roundabout, maybe you could long way your way into that, saying, yeah, it is the tariffs. It's the tariff cause. It's going to cause inflation. Oh, my God, what are we going to do? Everything's going to be throw the baby out with the bathwater and then throw the house out behind the baby. That's not the reason why the market crashed. That's the reason they're going to say the market crashed, but that's not the reason the market crashed. The reason the market crashed was because of people on a particular intersection in this country. And that intersection is the intersection of Wall Street and K Street. And it is located, if you didn't know where that intersection was, that intersection is at the very front door to the halls of Congress. And when those people get upset, bad things happen. Not to them, but to the people in the middle of the country. By the way, hopefully you guys can't see that. For you guys on the Wall Street, that's what scuffed up knuckles look like from working for a living. You might want to try it someday. I should take that back. They work for a living. It takes a lot of work to screw people over every day. Doesn't take a lot of conscience, but it takes a lot of work. Yeah, that intersection, Wall Street and K Street. For you guys, the folks that don't know, K Street is the street in Washington, D.C. where all the lobbyists work. That's where all their offices are. Wall Street, of course, everyone knows what that is. That's where a bunch of people in suits go in and determine what everything's worth every morning. Really based on, they say based on things, but it's really not based on anything. It's just kind of what they come up with. And now with the computer systems, the way they work, algorithms or whatever they call them, once something gets rolling one way or the other, it can get a mind of its own, and the computer systems start taking over, and high volume, high speed trading. And next thing you know, you're down 3,500 points in a couple days, or whatever it was. I don't even know what it was, something like that. A bunch. It was down a bunch anyway. That's everything. The S&P's down. Oh my God. Commodities are down. Oh my God. What are we gonna do? So the real reason why the market fell is because the people on K Street who represent people like the people on Wall Street are having a tissy fit, hissy-tissy fit, because, oh my God, we may have to pay more for our inputs that we put into our doodads and the things that we make. I know for the last 20 years, 25 years, we've been screwing over the American worker and shipping his jobs overseas and telling him it's a good thing for him, but we may have to start paying more for these inputs. And then we may have to, well, I don't know if we can raise prices anymore. What if we have to just take a little bit less on the profit side of it? Ooh, let's rethink this now. I don't know that that's what we want to get into, just on our profit motive here, our margin. Let's rethink this a little bit. And before you think that, oh, no, they have the best interest of the American worker at heart. I'm talking specifically about the folks in Congress right now, the House and the Senate, and the White House, to be perfectly honest. Trump, he's not quite as, he's trying to turn the ship around, but I don't know that he's got the gumption to stick with it for this for a couple, 3 weeks, or let alone 6 months, that it would take to actually start bringing manufacturing back into this country. But those folks in Congress that are going to come on television all weekend and on the Sunday shows and how much they tell you how much they care about the American worker. We care about the American worker. These are the same people. I just did a little AI search. I thought, how many manufacturing jobs have we lost in America since 2000? And these are AI is their people, so these numbers got to be true because AI is on their side. She said, my AI is a girl. She said, since 2000, it's hard to say exactly, she don't like to pin herself down on anything, but she roundabout. She said, from 2000 to 2017, we've lost 5.5 million manufacturing jobs. That's according to some Senate measuring system or organization. I forget the name of the Senate thing she cited that they use. 5.5 million manufacturing jobs. So that's 5.5 million American homes that used to have a good job with benefits. Probably, well, we'll get into retirement in another video, but health insurance and a good job probably give them a good standard of living in the area that they were living in. Gone. Not only are they gone, not only is those 5.5 million, what about all the businesses that service that 5.5 million? The people that did the landscaping, the people that took care of the parking lot, the people that took care of the janitorial work, or the office supply company, or all of those service people that help make that factory go. All of those are gone too. It's not just the 5.5 million. It's what about all the other businesses that service that business? Now they're gone. Not to mention that money's now out of the school systems and out of the roads and out of the police and the firemen. I said, how many manufacturing firms have we lost? She said from 2002 to 2022, we've lost 45,000 firms, according to that same Senate government measuring whatever it was. Mostly to offshoring, global competition, which means they raised taxes too high here, and so it was cheaper to make it over there, and automation. It's automation. Wow, I wonder how many jobs we've lost to automation. 1.7 million, she said, jobs to robots since 2000. Now, did you hear Wall Street or K Street cry one tear when all of those jobs left? No, you did not. Do you know what happened? A few years ago, John Deere announced that they were going to move their small excavators. They're little, a little bigger than a golf cart. Maybe even double that size. Not quite that big. Little. To Mexico because of the cost of production. And maybe some cabs too, but for sure those little excavators. I don't know how many hundreds of jobs they lost in the middle of the country. Do you know what John Deere's stock price did? Did it go down, do you think? Or did it go up? It went up. And why? Because Washington and K Street said, oh, John Deere's going to be more efficient now. So they're going to make more money. So we think they're worth more. Now, God forbid, we just run a bunch of their workers no longer have jobs, and they're going to have to find a job. Maybe they can get a job working at the Dollar General for $10 or $15 an hour. Nothing against Dollar General. When they used to have a job making 25 or 30 with benefits at John Deere, or maybe more, I don't know what they was making. Making more than the job they got next, I can tell you that. I don't even know the statistics, and I know that's the fact. So all those people are going to be crying over this weekend on the news tonight. What a catastrophe. Wringing their hands. Oh, my God, what are we going to do? The market's down 10%. Oh, my God. Stagflation. They'll start using all kinds of crazy words. Stagflation, recession, inflation. Basically what that means is we might not make as much money as we did last week. We have a problem here. We got to get rid of these tariffs. We don't care if the American people don't have any jobs, as long as they got enough jobs to buy our $15 a pack T-shirts. That's the important thing. That the textile mills are gone from the Southeast, Georgia and the Carolinas, and all the people that used to raise cotton and fiber down there no longer can raise it. So they're going to make more corn and soybeans to make more corn sugar and corn sweetener to poison us. It's a sad, sad affair. Anyway, when all those folks get on the news this weekend and start crying about the stock market, they're not crying about you. And whenever they say, oh, the American people and the American worker are the ones going to suffer from this inflation. No. What they're worried about is that they're not going to make as much money. That's what they're worried about. They could care one smidgen, none, about the American worker. And the proof is in the history. God bless everybody. We'll talk again soon.